Hello, everyone. So, welcome and thank you for joining us today for our webinar in entrepreneurship and innovation. I can see that some people are logging right now. So, and maybe for the very beginning, if it's possible for you, could you add your country of residency next to your name? Like this, we can see from where are you from. I can see we have some participants. So it's quite easy. You just have to click at rename and put the country just at the end. So I think we can begin with the session. My name is Mariceli Blanc. I'm responsible for the international recruitment in the region of Africa and Middle East. And today I am here with Mehdi, the head of the program. So Mehdi, if you want to present yourself.
Great, thank you, Mariceli. Good afternoon, everybody. First of all, I hope you are well and healthy in these challenging times because of COVID-19. And I hope this crisis ends very soon or as soon as possible. And I'm pretty optimistic because of several innovative projects are currently running in order to find fantastic solutions for problems caused by this crisis. My name is Mehdi. I'm a full-time faculty member at Department of Strategy and Entrepreneurship at NEOMA Business School, and I'm the head and academic director of this Master of Science program in Entrepreneurship and Innovation. Very happy for being here to talk about this program with you today, and thank you so much for joining us in this webinar.
Well, Mary, I can see we have some students from India. The other ones that haven't changed yet the country, but I can see some candidates with whom I was in contact from Lebanon. So I think we will have people from all over the world today. We are happy to welcome them. And as you say, we are here from France, you in Reims, I am in Rouen. So two of the main big cities where our campuses are. We will probably start presenting the school very briefly. I think most of you know already NEOMA. But I think it is worth to remember you some key figures of our school. First of all, you know that NEOMA is the fusion of two big business schools. It is Reims Management School and Rouen Business School that made the fusion in 2013. NEOMA, one of the key factors that we are proud of is that we have the triple accreditation, and actually we have just received the prolongation of the AMBA accreditation for the next 5 years. You should know that only one person of business school, internationally speaking, have this triple accreditation. So we are one of the 100 business schools with this qualification, and this is a guarantee for you, a guarantee to of the kind of education you will get in our business school. As we say, we have 3 campuses in Rouen, Reims, and Paris. We have 160 professors and 1,200 professional lecturers. Our alumni network is one of the biggest in France with over 60,000 alumni. It's something that I believe quite important because this network will help you after your studies probably to find your first job opportunities. Every year we have around 9,500 students, and around 25% of them are international students, depending of course of the year, but usually we have around 100 nationalities. And something also very important are our partners, also corporate partners, but also academic partners that help us also to give some opportunities to our students. So we have 335 academic partners in about 52 nations to do some exchanges, and 200 major corporate partners. As you know, NEOMA is one of the top 10 business schools in France. We have always been in the top 10. So this year, for example, we are number 6 with our Master in Management, and we are always ranked between the first top 50 business school, European business school, and always in the top 100 international business schools. So I will let you, Mehdi, now begin with more about the facts of the program itself. I think you know it best.
Thank you, Mariceli. Actually, I'm going to have a quick overview about the program, but I want to make it very clear. Whenever you feel it's not clear enough or you have some questions, please feel free to stop me and ask your questions. I really like to have a very interactive session today in order to chat about important aspects of the program. So let me start with a question. Are you really passionate about creating your own ventures, your own business, in another word, become an entrepreneur, or become an expert to manage entrepreneurial projects, innovation projects in corporate setting in an existing company that wants to change the market, launch a new product, and etc.? If the answer is yes, this program is the right fit for you. This program is in partnership with KPMG, and KPMG is our official partner supporting us in different aspects during this program. What is the main goal of this program? The first main goal is we really like to change your mindset to see this world full of exciting and fantastic opportunities and ideas. And after that, try to help you and provide you with necessary skills and knowledge, tools, and most importantly, a network access in order to make those ideas, those opportunities real. What is the unique aspect of this program? The unique aspect of this program is the experiential approach that we have in our teaching. Actually, this program is a project-based program to make sure that you all engage in real experiences related to entrepreneurship and innovation. And actually, the name of this is Let's Do It. And it's gonna be a big part of the program, 60 hours, 10 credits. And during this project, you can explore some ideas, opportunities, and build upon those ideas in order to develop your own startup and ventures at the end of the program. Or you can find the real challenges of the company and try to find a good solution in order to help the company to implement your solutions. So it's very practical, and we really believe that you need to get hands-on experiences in parallel with theory and concepts in order to develop your own ventures, or in order to hack the real problems of a company to become an entrepreneurial or innovation expert.
So it means, Mehdi, that it's not only a startup creation, it's also for companies that are already well established, that want some innovation projects to become real, digital transformation, this type of stuff is also something.
Yeah, very good question. Actually, we are targeting two different types of, let's say, audiences: students with an idea in order to develop a startup, plus students who like to work for big companies or startups, small and medium-sized companies, in order to help them with innovative and entrepreneurial ideas. For example, these days, digital transformation is really important. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, we are talking about different new technologies. Actually, we have a specific course, 30 hours, introducing different technologies like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, digitalization, and etc., in order to help our students to find business applications, not only to create their own startups, but also help companies.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So why joining this program? First, it's a project-based program, very practical, and actually you can learn how to explore ideas, fantastic ideas and opportunities, and make them real via our step-by-step approach during this project, where we bring together concepts, theories, and also hands-on practices in one place. And of course, at NEOMA, which is one of the best schools among top 5 based on Le Point ranking in entrepreneurship in France. The second reason is related to our NEOMA Startup Lab, which is super active to help businesses, startups. You can get almost whatever you need in order to launch your own venture and startup from our startup lab. Just in order to have a quick overview about some facts and figures related to this startup, around 50 businesses already came out from our startup lab, and we have some notable ones like Nachos Mexican Grill, which was very, very, very successful. And also the other one, Keto, which is really successful as well. And last year it was acquired by Carrefour.
Mm.
Of course, we have around 60 businesses which are currently under incubation, meaning that they are getting support from our startup lab in order to push their ideas and making sure that those ideas can be transferred into reality and new ventures.
If I may add something, Mary, here to this point, is that you should know that NEOMA has 3 incubators, one each in each campus, and we have 2 accelerators. And in 2019, NEOMA won the first place in the ranking of Le Parisien in entrepreneurship for the amount of companies that came out from our incubators.
Great point. Thank you so much, Marceli, to complete the information. The third point is related to our partnership with KPMG. As I mentioned earlier, KPMG is our official partner in this program in order to help our students and also support the program from different angles. And we believe that it can create a fantastic opportunity for our students to plug into KPMG entrepreneurial ecosystem especially in France.
This is actually one of the questions I usually get, that for many programs we have partners, but what does it mean to have KPMG as a partner? How can a student from NEOMA benefit from this partnership? Are they going to be able to have like internship opportunities in our partner offices?
Oh, yeah, great question. So let me explain in this way. The first benefit for us and also for NEOMA students is to making sure that our content is really, really helpful and useful in reality. Because KPMG knows the market. They know, for example, what startups and companies need, during, the current situation of, let's say, the market and industry. So they help us a lot to ensure that our content provided during the program, they are useful. The second point is related to the KPMG support from our project. We mentioned about this program is a project-based, right?
Yes.
KPMG is happy to help our students and put our students in contact with KPMG Accelerator and Incubator and help them during that project. Just a quick example from this year. Actually, this year we are working very closely with KPMG, and we have 15 ongoing startup projects this year. And actually, last week we got fantastic feedback from KPMG expert team about the project. Actually, we were supposed, to have a visit of KPMG and visit KPMG incubators and accelerators. But because of the problem of lockdown now in France and also in many, many countries, it was impossible for us to go there. But instead of just canceling everything, we decided, to mobilize everything online. We had online session with KPMG expert, and our students got really, really good feedback. Now students are working in order to prepare the final presentation in front of KPMG, in order to get support from KPMG accelerators and incubators. About the last point, Maricel, you raised the possibility of having an internship. As you know, one of the main features of our MSCs at NEOMA is professional experiences at the end of the program. And actually, it's possible for our students in this MSc program to enter KPMG as an internship. But there is no guarantee. It depends on the quality and performance of our students. And KPMG is always happy to find good students based on their performance and give them fantastic opportunities like internships.
Okay, great. That's great.
Another point is related to proximity to Paris. You can get exposure to fantastic ecosystem, entrepreneurial and innovation ecosystem in Paris, as Paris is one of the best cities in the world for startups. And based on the recently published report by World Economic Forum, Paris is top 10 in the world and the second best after London in Europe. So it can create a fantastic opportunity for you in order to get support from Paris ecosystem as well. As you know, this crisis is creating a big problem, especially for startups these days, because they are running out of money, they are running out of many resources that they need. And another good point about Paris ecosystem is that the French government a few weeks ago decided to allocate 4 billion euros just to help startups and small and medium-sized companies during this crisis. And in general, they allocated around 10 billion in order to, in general, help startups over the last year. So it shows that Paris is a really good place if you wanna have a good venture or develop your own startup. You can get several supports from this ecosystem.
Mary, you talk about some financial support. It makes me think, if you are one of our entrepreneurship students, there are some opportunities or offers from funding our startups. Which kind of support we can give for our businesses?
Actually, the first support that we can provide to our students if they want to develop their own startups is from our startup lab.
Okay.
You know, they can get incubated, they can get even money from our startup lab.
Okay.
The second point, even money, yes. But of course, it depends on their ideas. It depends on, yes, their startups. We are not here just to provide money for everything. What is really important for us to support projects, startups that they are really promising. So actually, everything is related to, the ideas. But what is our job here? Our job here is to help students, to train them how to raise money. Because our startups doesn't pay money overnight. We have to teach to students. Actually, it's our main goal to provide them with necessary skills and tools how to prepare, their project in order to convince fundraisers. And it's the same story in Paris. For example, Station F, which is the biggest startup house in Europe, is located in Paris. And actually, we are planning to have a study tour to visit the Station F, which is a fantastic ecosystem, including almost 1,000 startups from around the world working in Station F under different programs. Another point that we are planning to help our students is to help them how to apply for those funds. So what is really, really important is that Paris has a great opportunity in order to raise money. And what we give to our students during this program is how to prepare themselves in order to apply and raise money.
Maybe we have someone that raised his hand. So if you're willing, maybe it's an accurate question. And Aditya from India.
Sure.
Aditya, if you want to ask it out loud.
Hello, Mehdi. Hello, Mercy.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. Firstly, thank you for introducing this webinar, because it really gives some good insights on this particular program. I have been admitted to NEOMA's Masters in Management program this fall. And
Yes.
from day one, I've been following this particular for our second year, there is an option to, take the specialization course, right? So I've been following about this particular MSc from day one. So I have also followed about this program on campus plans. So there I heard Mehdi saying that, this particular program gives an opportunity to delve into, KPMG's ecosystem. So that is one of the major USP of this particular program. So I would like to ask Mehdi to elaborate on this particular thing more, and also I would like to know what is the cohort for this particular program, and also if possible, kindly please give me an example of one of the particular business which came out of the startup lab, which has earned a good amount of good reputation all around the Paris of France. So that would really help to get more insights on this particular program.
Did you get the question, or yes?
Actually, it seems that, first, thank you so much, for joining us. Thank you so much for raising great questions. So let me go back, and explain one by one. In terms of, collaboration with KPMG, as I told, since KPMG is our partner in this program, all students in our program have this possibility to present their ideas in front of KPMG expert team, incubators, and accelerators. And if KPMG likes these ideas, the probability of helping our students is very high. Actually, they really like to provide this help. But everything is related to the quality of the idea. They need to see some potential in your ideas. Of course, it's possible, for all students, to go and apply, but since they are helping and supporting our program, the process of evaluation is super quick. And as I told you, this year, they are helping 15 startups, pre-incubation startups, in order to help them, to fine-tune their ideas, making sure that the ideas have enough market potential in the future. So actually, we are putting you in contact with a big group of experts sitting in KPMG to help you because of our partnership with them. The second question related to some examples or some businesses, came out from our startup. As I showed in this slide, almost 50 businesses came out. Okay, and actually these two examples that I talked about, Keytook and also Nachos Grills, they are really famous, and actually I don't know exactly their turnover, but the good signal for the first one is that, it had a fantastic performance. That's why Carrefour decided to acquire this one. If you want to have more information, I think Mariceli can
Yeah,
share.
we put in the chat box, Aditya. I don't know if you can see it. NEOMA Answers You gave you 2 links about the Startup Lab. It's
Yes, it
plenty of
did.
information on the website. I think it doesn't make sense now in this webinar to go each company by each company. But look, we put it again in the chat box. You have these 2 links and you can have a look about the company, where they are. There is plenty information on this website.
And actually, you can check all, all 60 businesses that they are under incubation these days.
Okay, it's fine for you, Aditya?
What about the cohort of this particular program?
What do you mean exactly?
The strength of this program, number of candidates.
Okay, so the point is that at the moment, since our recruitment process is ongoing, right? We don't have the exact number of let's say candidates.
But
yeah, approximately,
But Mariceli can help.
Yeah, I may help with that question, Aditya. As you say, for example, you apply through the Master in Management. So
yes,
we have 2 ways of entry for this program. One will be the Master in Management candidates, or that students that come in the 2nd year to this specialization, and the other one are the external people that have already a 4 years bachelor degree, or even more with some working experience, that come directly to the MSc. So you have to take in account our courses usually are between 30 to 60 people in one group. Usually we keep it on this size. So this MSc actually as an MSc is quite new. It's the 1st year we are bringing it out. But since we have the experience through the program Gran École Master in Management, we know that the group should be approximately this size. And maybe you want to know about the variety of nationalities also that we have. So,
yes, sure.
So for the moment, we have people, that apply from Lebanon. I have from Nigeria. We have from India. Armenia. I think I saw also some candidates from France, of course. So I think it's gonna be quite international.
Perfect. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Aditya.
Okay. I just want to add one point. Of course, this program, it's new, but it doesn't mean that it's new for NEOMA at all. No, it's a modified version of our specialization that we are running this year as well. But the main point is to modify and to change some contents in order to make sure that the program performs much better. And one clear example is that this year, students only have 3 months for their project, but next year, as I explained, the main point of the program is the project. It's gonna be a very big, let's say, project, starting from the 1st day until end of the May. So you will have enough time, to think about, to explore ideas and then develop those ideas.
Yeah, thank you, Mary, for
and
this.
Just maybe just the last clarification. This year we have 65 students.
65. Okay.
Yes. And so far, based on my latest information, we have around 45 students already registered.
Okay. Wow. Okay. So it's quite a interesting group and mixture.
And the last point why you should join our program at NEOMA is related to a possibility of creating your own network, which is really, really important for entrepreneurs and also for companies looking for innovative ideas. Through our study tours, visits, our workshops, our seminars, and from next year, we are planning to start a new initiatives and put you in contact with entrepreneurs, meet entrepreneurs. And we are planning to have at least one session per month in order to meet entrepreneurs, in order to share ideas, in order to learn from their problems, in order to learn from their success factors, and etc. I really believe that one of the main angle of this program is helping students to create their own network, which is gonna be really, really important in the future.
Yeah, true.
Very quick overview about the structure of the program. Actually, as you can see in this slide, at the beginning of the program, we try to change your mindset, the first goal of the program. And after that, once we make sure that we are on the same page in terms of entrepreneurial mindset, innovation mindset, you will have some courses helping you to explore opportunities and ideas. And especially our course related to technology and digital opportunities is gonna be really, really important for this program, because we really believe that there are plenty of opportunities coming from these technologies with business applications. To be honest, we don't need to develop new technologies always. We have fantastic technologies, but what is really, really important is that how these technologies can be helpful, in order to come up with the ideas, in order to find ideas for real problems. And once you have a clear idea, then we will help you with 4 or 5 courses how to make those ideas real, how to execute. Courses like business model innovation, managing digital transformation, entrepreneurial finance, they can help you to execute those ideas. And at the end of the program, of course, you have different opportunities for your professional experiences. For example, you can spend a few months in a company as an internship, can be KPMG, if you like to work in consulting companies in the future. It can be internship in a big company, which can be linked to the third item related to hacking a real problem. Or you can link your project to entrepreneurial action. If you want to develop your startups, you can continue working on your idea, on your startup during your professional experience, and try, to make sure that everything is fine in order to launch it.
Mm-hmm.
The last point from my side is related to which careers, which opportunities. We believe that this program first enables you to launch your own business. The second point is that this program helps you to become an expert in innovation and entrepreneurship, to work in large companies, especially as product development managers, R&D directors, technology managers, and etc. And at the end, consulting companies. It's a quick overview about the program, and I'm happy, to get more questions if you have, and discuss more about the programs. Thank you.
I may just explain you very briefly, actually, how you can apply for those that haven't applied yet to the program. We are looking for profiles that have a 4 years bachelor degree. But if you only have a 3 years bachelor degree and some working experience, this will be taken also into account. So it will be also possible for you to apply. Of course, this program is 100% in English, so we ask for an English score, TOEIC, TOEFL, or IELTS. And as we know, due to the actual situation, it's quite difficult to get one of these scores. So we are offering some English test online for free. So once you have submitted your application, you will be invited to pass this exam for free. To apply, it's through the website you can see just in front of you. So you have to create a profile with your email, and you will need to upload your academic transcripts. You will need also to upload your diplomas or certificates of school attendance. As I say, your English score, your CV, 2 letters of recommendation, and you will have some motivation questions to answer at the end. I know I can recognize some participants that contacted me before this webinar and told me they have some questions. So this will be the right moment. If we are not able to answer all your questions, please do not hesitate to contact us at admissions@neomabs.fr. As you can see, these are all the recruiters that are there for help you, and if you need some advice. So please, if you have any question, you can raise your hands or write it down in the chat box. I know, for example, I can recognize Lena Briand. You wrote to me just yesterday. Are your questions now clear, or you still have some questions, Lena? Maybe I will unmute you if you agree. Hello, Lena.
Hello.
Hi, you wrote me yesterday, if I'm not mistaken. So you had some questions about the program.
Yeah, most of them are answers, but still one, what do you expect from me or another candidate?
Okay, where are you from?
France.
So you are from France. Which is your background?
I'm a student from NEOMA.
Okay.
Student, yeah. So
you are a current student. So actually, as Mary already explained, we are looking with someone that has a lot of motivation, that has an idea also. It doesn't have to be only about the creation of a startup, because you can go in several directions, but you may show in the interview that you will pass this motivation about the program itself, or entrepreneurship and innovation is something that it's quite important, right, Mehdi? What do you think?
Right, exactly. To be honest, we are not looking for specific skills, specific, no, in terms of the content, because it's our job, to provide everything that you need during this program. But what is really, really important for us, during the assessment process, we need to make sure that you are really passionate about creating something or helping companies to do something. Actually, it's the only item I always consider to assess the applications. And actually, we have some questions, and some of them can be a little bit funny for you as well. And but they have put them there not just to have fun. Actually, they have put them intentionally. And actually, your answers to those questions can be really, really helpful for us to evaluate your application. On top of that, if we are not really sure your application is good, but we are not really sure what we need to do with your application, I'm gonna set up a Skype call just to talk, to candidates, in person, just to make sure that, we are on the same page in order to have a great success in this program.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Lena. Maybe one last question before we arrive to the end. Mary, I can see Hussein who raised his hand. Hussein, do you want to ask your question out loud, please?
Yeah, of course. Basically, I got accepted to your university, to the MSc Entrepreneurship program, and I'm really looking forward for it, because I read about it and it's really interesting. And actually,
I saw recognizing your name. You are from Lebanon, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, great. So you apply already. Do you have any specific question to Mehdi?
I have a specific question, not about the program itself, but when I was applying, I mistakenly applied to the Rouen campus, and I was actually looking forward to go to the REM one.
Okay.
So I contacted. I contacted the admissions team several times, but until now I have not got any answer. So I really want to know what are the steps I should do for me to be able to change the campuses.
I am your recruitment manager, so I'm surprised I haven't seen this request, but I will just deal with it. I will contact you by email just after the webinar, and we can discuss about that. No problem, Hussein.
Yeah, thank you.
I will contact you just after the
Thank you
webinar.
very much. And I
Okay.
also have another small issue that I'm facing here.
Yes.
Due to the COVID-19 lockdown here in the country, all the banks are now closed, and we're not able to do any payment. So my payment has to be done after 2 days.
Yeah.
So then I can take my place. Is it
It's a
possible
very good question, because it's actually a question that we get many times. This year we understand that this situation, and we are more flexible than we could be in the past. So I invite you also to send an email. Well, I will contact you again, but usually for everyone that has applied and want to defer a little bit the payment, we take in account the current situation, so we can give you more extra time to do the payment and enroll. Of course, this is not an issue at all.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you, Hussein. Hope to see you soon then in the campus of NEOMA.
Yeah, actually, hi, Hussein. Actually, I remember your application pretty well. You are from American University of Beirut, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and I think, you know, his application can be a good, let's say, model if you are looking for some criteria how to prepare your application.
Yeah, thank you.
You can share your experience, you know, with other people, you know, in this webinar if they like to apply.
Yeah, that's right. I'm a student. I'm a
Exactly.
student now at the American University of Beirut in Lebanon. It's the #1 university in the Middle East. It's known to be the #1 university in the Middle East.
Yes.
So I started off with accounting. This is my final year in accounting. Hopefully, I'm going to graduate now by the end of May. But when I went into accounting, I actually found myself that maybe I was looking forward to owning my own firm and starting my own business. So that was when I was a little bit lost. And then I picked that if I wanted to be really good in what I'm doing, I should actually like start a master's in entrepreneurship. And I was looking at lots of programs in lots of universities. But once I checked the NEOMA one, I actually found that it's really important. It's a very good one. First, for the startup, for the partnership with KPMG, for being able to have a startup in France, and for many other reasons. So yeah, that's basically my profile. And
well, thank you.
I think, you know, I think you can continue sharing your experience after this webinar with our participants in this webinar. Let's start sharing from now, because sharing is really important.
Well, thank you very much, Hussein, for sharing your experience with us. It's actually a very good input to this webinar. Unfortunately, we have arrived to the end of the webinar, but if you still have some questions, as I say, please send us an email. We are more than happy to help. And even if you have questions to Mehdi directly, you email it to admissions and we will forward them to Mehdi. I know that Mehdi is always happy to help with specific demands of our candidates. So thank you very much for attending today, and I hope to see you in NEOMA very soon. Bye.